immunity, because it's such a difficult number or percentage to try and guess or get to. It depends on, are you talking about preventing any infection, symptomatic, asymptomatic, reducing hospitalizations, etc. So I think we're doing very well already as it is in states and in countries who have got a meaningfully high 50, 60, 70% vaccination rates in terms of at least the severe disease numbers. So maybe if we're really aiming to get a number that's or a reduction in any infection, which I think is a really tough target to have, then you would need to be much higher than the 70, 80%. But I think we're doing really well already.
Doing really well. Emma, let's bring you in here because, as we mentioned last week, the threshold for herd immunity boosted upwards. Talk to us about how Delta has sort of complicated things and sort of had an impact on us achieving herd immunity.
Right, and I think Sam makes a really good point here around the idea of herd immunity being kind of a fuzzy concept. I think people have really latched onto it in terms of kind of getting the sense of the pandemic ending as soon as we reach herd immunity. And I think the problem is there's a lot of different factors that feed into this idea of herd immunity. And as we're seeing now, the Delta variant is now changing kind of the idea of what we need to reach herd immunity. I heard experts say the other week that, the threshold might have been around 70 to 80%, but with Delta, because it is so highly contagious, it's now thought to be between, at least over 80%, perhaps approaching 90%. And I think that's something that makes a lot of people's hearts sink, right? Because it sounds like the end of this pandemic is further away, but I think ultimately, defining the course of the pandemic by herd immunity may be kind of a false idea in general.
Hey, thanks for watching. For more stories like this, be sure to stream Bloomberg Quicktake 24/7 for free at any of the places down below. Get live coverage, interviews, documentaries, deep dives, and so much more on the stories that you care most about. And don't forget to hit the follow or subscribe button on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook.